Amanda Anisimova's shocking upset against Coco Gauff. Collision fired China Open final showdown. The Beijing National Tennis Center glowed under the floodlights, an electric cathedral of sound, sweat, and suspense. It was a 2025 China Open final, and two of America's brightest stars stood on opposite sides of the net. Coco Gauff, the world number 2, the reigning U.S. Open champion, the face of youth and power. Amanda Anisimova, the comeback queen, the once-forgotten prodigy who had battled her way through darkness to rediscover her fire. Nobody, absolutely nobody, had predicted this. The headlines before the match all read the same. Gauff poised for Beijing crown. Coco's dominance continues. And Anisimova's dream run likely ends here. But sports, like life, never follow the script. And on that October night in Beijing, Amanda Anisimova tore the script in half. The rise and fall and rise again. To understand this night, one had to understand Amanda. At 17, she was the future of American tennis. A Roland Garros semifinalist, the youngest in nearly 2 decades. But behind the headlines, life struck cruelly. Injury after injury, mental exhaustion, and the unimaginable loss of her father and coach, Constantine, broke something inside her. She stepped away from tennis. Disappeared. Some said she'd never return. But in 2025, she did, quietly, humbly, like a phoenix learning to fly again. Her early tournaments were rough, her confidence fragile. Yet slowly, she rediscovered the rhythm, that clean, effortless strike, the fearless aggression that once made the world gasp. And in Beijing, everything clicked. She defeated Madison Keys in the first round, survived a 3-set war with Qin Wenjing, and then stunned Aryna Sabalenka in the semifinals with fearless precision. Now she stood under the lights, facing Coco Gauff, the unstoppable. The world saw a mismatch. Amanda saw an opportunity. The clash begins. The crowd buzzed as the umpire announced. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 2025 China Open Women's Singles Final. To serve, Coco Gauff. Coco bounced the ball with her signature intensity. Eyes locked, jaw set. Her aura was fierce. The same presence that crushed opponents before the first serve. Amanda, calm and composed, adjusted her ponytail and took a deep breath. The first rally lasted 24 shots, a brutal test of power and patience. Coco's forehands cracked like thunder. Amanda's backhands sliced through the air like blades. Finally, Coco sent a deep forehand cross-court. Amanda sprinted, slid, and whipped a one-handed flick that painted the sideline. Winner. The crowd erupted. Amanda's eyes didn't blink. She walked to the baseline, expression unreadable. This wasn't luck. This was intent. Coco's command. But Coco Gauff didn't rise to world number 2 by backing down. She adjusted, raised her aggression, and began attacking with blistering pace. Her footwork was flawless, her defense superhuman. She broke Anisimova early to lead 3-1. Her screams of "come on" echoed through the arena, her energy feeding off the crowd. The first set looked like the script everyone expected, Coco dictating, Amanda chasing. But then something shifted. At 4-2, Amanda began stepping inside the baseline, taking returns early, stealing time from Coco's rhythm. Her forehand, flat, fearless, fiery, found its mark. Her serve started to pierce the court corners like lightning bolts. Coco blinked, suddenly on defense. 4-4, then 5-4 Amanda. The audience gasped as Anisimova ripped a backhand down the line for set point. Coco saved one, but on the next, Amanda fired an ace down the tee. First set, Anisimova, 6-4. The stadium fell silent for a second. Then a ripple of disbelief spread. Could it be? Was the queen of consistency being dethroned? Flashbacks of fire. As she sat on her chair, Amanda wiped her face with her towel. Her mind flashed back to the dark days, the lonely practice courts, the therapy sessions, the whispers that she was done. She thought of her father, his voice telling her to play free, play with heart. "I'm back, Dad," she whispered to herself. She looked across the net at Coco, fierce, unyielding, and 21 but already a legend. This wasn't rivalry. This was rebirth. Gauff fights back. Coco Gauff's eyes narrowed. She was not going down without a fight. The second set was war. Every rally stretched longer. Every point demanded more. Coco began targeting Amanda's movement, forcing her to defend corner to corner. Her serves, 120 miles per hour missiles, pinned Amanda deep. Her forehand screamed with vengeance. The scoreboard flipped, 3-0 Gauff. The crowd roared back to life. "This is Coco time," shouted an American fan from the stands. But Amanda didn't panic. She stayed calm, still patient. At 3-1, she broke back with a stunning drop shot that left Coco frozen mid-step. At 3-2, she saved 3 break points with courageous serving. And at 4-4, she turned the tide, hammering 2 clean forehand winners that made the crowd gasp. Coco looked at her strings, shaking her head. The momentum was slipping. At 5-4, Amanda had match point. Coco saved it with a blistering forehand. The crowd screamed, but Amanda earned another, and another. Finally, on her third match point, she unleashed a 106 miles per hour ace right down the middle. Game, set, and match, Amanda Anisimova. 6-4, 6-4. 7, silence, then thunder. For a split second, the stadium froze. Even Amanda didn't move. She stood still, eyes wide, racket hanging loosely in her hand. Then realization hit. She dropped to her knees, covered her face, and sobbed. The silence erupted into thunder, the crowd rising in applause, some cheering, some stunned. Amanda Anisimova, unseated, unheralded, had just defeated Coco Gauff, one of the most dominant forces in tennis. She had done it not through power alone, but through heart, intelligence, and composure born from pain. The hug at the net. Coco walked toward the net, expression composed yet gracious. "You played amazing," she told Amanda. Amanda smiled, still tearful. "You made me work for every ball." They embraced, a rare, genuine moment of mutual respect. 2 American women, 2 very different journeys, yet bound by the same passion. The photographers captured it, that single, human image that would define the 2025 China Open. The press conference aftermath. Hours later, Amanda sat at the podium, eyes still red but glowing. "Amanda, how does it feel to win your biggest title yet?" A reporter asked. She smiled softly. "It feels like healing, like something I lost years ago has come back." Another question followed. "You beat Coco Gauff, one of the toughest competitors out there. How did you do it?" Amanda paused, thinking carefully. "I stopped trying to be perfect. I just want to play the game I love. Coco brings out the best in me. And tonight, I played from the heart." When asked what this victory meant, her voice broke slightly. "It means I never gave up, even when I wanted to." Meanwhile, Coco's press conference carried equal grace. Epilogue, the fire within. Amanda Anisimova's shocking upset in Beijing wasn't just a victory. It was a reminder that no matter how far you fall, no matter how heavy the pain, no matter how loud the doubts, if your heart still beats for what you love, you can always rise again. Because champions are not defined by trophies. They're defined by resilience. And on that unforgettable night in China, Amanda Anisimova showed the world what true resilience looks like. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.